Let's now bring in veteran campaign strategist Alan German.
Alan, thank you for joining us on the show.
Hi, Sir Diego, Ma'am Angel, daming pag-uusapan.
I
know.
There's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot on pa.
It's really chaotic, and the last time we
Only
spoke was
Tuesday, huh?
during the elections, in midterm. We talked about
Yes,
movements in government. But right now, I'd like to ask about your analysis on the Secretary Lucas Bersamin issue.
I felt bad only in so much as right now, when there are calls for accountability, there are questions about the government's strength in terms of addressing this flood control scandal.
Yeah.
When the people are hoping to lean on the government's strength, I really find that the timing of this cabinet shakeup is quite off and frankly worrisome, because at a time when you're looking for strength and stability, the cabinet seems to, the president rather, seems to be saying, I will not, my confidence has been rocked in these secretaries, therefore I have accepted their resignations. It's a bit concerning for me. And prior to that, don't forget, he relieved BIR Commissioner Jun Lumaki
That's
for
right.
seemingly no reason. They haven't issued an official statement about that change yet. So
That's right.
it's quite disconcerting, honestly, that this late in the game, with so much at stake, at a time when the government should be muscle flexing, they are seemingly caving and scrambling, as it were, to make these key changes. And we're not talking about small cabinet positions here.
That's
We're
right.
talking about key placements in government.
Yeah, Alan, I'd like to, kasi from a PR or optics perspective, I've heard a lot of opinions, and some would say na in the midst of the accusations na binabato ni Saldico, the first reaction should have been to ensure na yung strength mo was to stand by your cabinet officials, because you're portraying yourself as, mali yung sinasabi mo eh. But yung accusations, parang you're somehow validating it by saying, I'm removing those implicated. So, what is your analysis on this from a peer standpoint?
Well, we call that audio, video, and behavior disconnect, di ba?
Yeah.
On one hand, they're issuing statements saying, in fact, yesterday, I don't know if you saw that, in Congress, they organized this whole press con wherein the members of the legislative arm were fiercely defending the president, discrediting the testimony of former Congressman Zaldico, and fiercely defending their former speaker, Martin Romualdez. And then the palace themselves issued a strong statement denouncing these allegations of former Congressman Zaldico. And yet, the people mentioned in this three-part video, with no evidentiary value, with no probative value, they accepted the resignation. Tama ka, Diego, they should have doubled down. They should have said, no, these allegations are baseless, and while we appreciate, for example, I'm using Sec Mina as an example, while we appreciate the delicadeza that is being shown by Sec Mina, no, we stand by her because we know that these allegations are false. So medyo whiplash yung mga tao doon.
But do you think this could be the end of the line for holding Pangandaman and Bersamin to account?
Well, technically, no, ma'am, no, kasi a resignation does not exonerate you. If they are guilty, if proven in proper courts, and again, given due process, di naman pwedeng video lang, mag-accuse lang tayo, guilty na agad, di ba? In a proper court, under the proper judicial process, or the ICI, as it were, should they investigate this matter, they should still be held accountable. In fact, the example that comes to mind is allegedly, sabi ni Ombudsman Boying Remulla, may arrest warrant na raw si former Senator Bong Revilla na matagal nang hindi senador, pero ipapahuli pa rin daw, allegedly, di umano'y, this coming December 15. So, resignation should not exonerate you from accountability.
Okay, so what's going to happen now? Do you think it is also high time that the president address the public? Kasi as of now, I think yung mga ginagawa naman niya the past couple of weeks are just reporting, Q&A from between the press and him, diba? So, do you think it's high time for him to address the public after Zaldico's video statement and this one, yung cabinet shakeup niya, and of course, the statement of his sister, Amy Marcos, yesterday?
Well, ma'am, alam mo, I will quote Einstein. See, every opportunity I get, I will quote Einstein. Di ba sabi nila, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. The president has undergone such quote-unquote explosive exposés before, when in fact the biggest example, the best example of that was when the vice president, a sitting vice president, actually pointed at the camera and threatened to kill them, and said that may assassin na raw siyang hinar, etc., etc. He never spoke. He always addressed it through proxy. It's always either through the first lady, who at that time came out and said masakit bilang isang asawa, blah blah blah, nagpa-interview si First Lady Marcos, and Sandro and Congressman Sandro Marcos, yung anak, especially nung sinabing ipapatapon yung bangkay ng ni FM Senior sa dagat. It was Kong Sandro spoke up. He has never actually addressed these very fiery statements against him. And look at how that worked out.
Yeah.
Look at how that worked out. Parang people did not get the idea that if you push this president too far, he'll maybe step back. But if you push him too far, he will push you back.
That's right.
He has never pushed back. So maybe now is the time he should issue an equally fiery statement, defending himself, defending the institution, and saying that, yes, I am still in charge.
That's right, Alan. No, kasi I'd like to ask you, back-to-back explosive statements against him. One from Zaldico. Although kahit walang probative value, pero it has a PR value as well. One from Amy Marcos. Ngayon, do you think, yung magiging start ng Achilles heel ng president? Because if Pinoy had the SAF issue that brought down his popularity, PGMA had Hello Garci, NBNZTE that brought her down. You had Erap's Jose Velarde. Each popular president had an Achilles heel that brought them popularity going down. No, is this the start, do you think, of the PBBM's number going down?
100%, I will say that definitely his approval and his reputation will take a hit. Reputational hit definitely on the president and the institution. But I'll say something that might be a little bit controversial. I venture, if I was a betting man, of course we need to get a baseline first, and we need about 8 to 12 days to measure that, yung sentiment scan. But I would venture, if I was a betting man, baka mas malaki ang tama kay Senator Amy Marcos dito sa nangyari.
Okay.
Baka mas malaki ang tama. For the reasons that you and Ma'am Angel were talking about before I came on. Precisely because of that. It seems self-serving. Parang it is a violation of everything the Filipino stands for in terms of family values. Tapos, hindi courage ito eh. Diba? There's a big difference between courage and betrayal.
Yes.
Ang so far dumadating, and this is very quick and dirty sentiment scan. The sentiment scan seems to be, this was not courage. This was not, tumindig ako at para magsabi ng katotohanan. Seems to be initially, just looking at the initial numbers, ang dumadating is betrayal ito. Winalanghiya mo yung kapatid mo para sa sarili mong political gain. So, let's see how that goes.
Kasi Alan, it's a Filipino thing that family is family no matter what eh.
And airing dirty laundry in public.
Yeah. Kasamaan ng isa, kasamaan ng lahat. Parang gano'n eh, di ba?
Yes, ma'am. And ang problema pa, Ilocano sila.
Yeah.
The most regionalistic people in the Philippines. I mean, these are, wala nga, di ba, lahat nga, join the bituka eh. Yan ang Ilocano eh, di ba?
Tight-knit.
Talagang they're clannish. So, I don't know if that was necessarily a good move from the senator.
Yeah nga eh. But what do you think is her gameplay here? When she came up to that stage, she presented herself as the one who kept Bongbong, kept President Bongbong under control. Parang naglilinis ng kanyang mess, di ba, yung mga ganon. The only Marcos in the family who wants to continue the legacy, ganon. So what do you think is her gameplay here?
Well, ma'am, alam mo, if you look at if you draw parallelisms, you will notice that it's exactly in the same vein as former Congressman Zaldico's videos, wherein he said, "I'm going to expose all of this. My life is in danger. I'm the one who delivered these luggages. But by the way, hindi ako nakinabang. I was not, wala akong pakinabang ni Singkong Duling, wala akong pakinabang dyan. So lahat sila madumi, I am clean." So this is actually the same. This actually landed in the same way when you listen to the senator's speech. Alam kong drug addict, tiniis ko. I'm the one who kept it together. I tried to talk him in some sense into him. And yet, kung sinabi mo yun noong 2022, bombshell yan. Pero ngayon na sinabi mo ng 2025, ang dami na nangyari. Sinuportahan mo pa rin yung pagkapangulo.
She even pushed it.
Kinampanya mo pa rin.
Oo. She was the brainchild of a uni team. She even said that.
And then she even said she was the one who convinced VP Inday Sara to drop down to vice, to run under as the running mate of her brother, whom at that time she claims she already knew was
Exactly.
quote unquote, and I'm trying to be very very safe here, who according to the senator was already drug addled. So hindi, it does not compute eh. Hindi selfless in the thing, ma'am eh. So sorry, what a roundabout way to answer your question.
Yeah.
What is her gameplay? I think obviously self-interest. If you're really going to analyze it, it's self-interest. She probably did the calculus in her head and thought, you know what, this administration's going down. I might as well completely and unequivocally jump ship and be the catalyst for whatever perceived downfall will happen.
Oh, well, we have a lot of questions, but unfortunately, we don't have much time. But for the meantime, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. I hope we could invite you again. That was campaign strategist Alan German. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning.